Today's class is all about creativity, finding a way to move through obstacles in a way that is still fun and inspiring. Sometimes when dealing with injuries, it can feel a little hard to get on the mat. So hopefully this will inspire you to keep moving and find new ways to do it. Come onto your tummy in alligator pose. So you just cross hands over top of hands and forehead comes to the hands, or you can use fists, whichever feels comfortable. Inhale here. Feel your belly push against the mat. And exhale. Take another big inhale, fill all the way to the top. And exhale. On your inhale, fill all the way to the top, feeling every rib separating and getting a gentle stretch between them. And exhale. Release all the air all the way out. Take a minute to notice if there's any places that have more tension in them. And on your exhale, see if you can release the tension there. On your next exhale, take your palms down to the sides of your body near your waistband. Keep your neck long, gaze right down under your mat. This is just a gentle squeeze between the shoulder blades, like you're trying to hold a pencil. So inhale and squeeze the pencil. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze the pencil. The movement is all between the shoulder blades. Exhale, release, and touch your forehead to the mat. Take a pause. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together again. Gentle lift off the mat with the forehead. Exhale, release down to the mat. Inhale, last time, squeeze together. Exhale, release to the mat. Take your forearms flat to the mat, palms under the shoulders, and peel up into Sphinx pose. Shoulders are nice and broad, neck is long, gaze is just down at the edge of the top of your mat or thereabouts. Feeling the work in through the length of the spine, but mostly down toward the bottom. Exhale, roll down. Touch your forehead to the mat. Take one round of breath. Inhale, peel up. This time, thread your right arm through your left arm for a little stretch through the shoulders and the delt. Inhale, press in your left hand and switch sides. Thread your arm under to the other direction. Rest your ear either to the floor or on your shoulder. Inhale, roll up. Take child's pose, but coming through tabletop. Knees go wide, toes touch. Hands reach out long ahead of you on your mat. Forehead can come to the floor, or you can rest on either ear. Notice how your ribs touch your thighs as you inhale fully. As you exhale, see if your hips can drop a little farther closer to the mat. Inhale, come up to tabletop. Take your right foot out long behind you and cross your knee behind your other knee. You can adjust to sort of get more central on your mat. On your inhale, come forward over your hands as if to prepare for chaturanga. And on your exhale, push back and sit back. Sort of like child's pose, but with cow face legs. Inhale, come over your hands. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, over your hands. Broaden shoulders. Exhale, sit back. Round the back. Inhale, come up to tabletop. And exhale. On your inhale, send your left foot back. Cross it behind your right knee. Inhale, come over the palms. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, come over your palms. Exhale, sit back. Last round. Broad shoulders. Slight round in the spine. Exhale and come to tabletop. Unravel your legs. Take your 3 rounds of cat and cow at your own pace with your breath. On your inhale, you'll dip your belly down. Hips come up slightly. Gaze comes up for cow. On your exhale, you round your spine. Chin tucks in for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale to cat. Come down to your forearms. And we're going to send our hips high for dolphin. It's like down dog on our forearms. So again, this is one of those creative ways to move through injuries. A lot of people deal with wrist injuries, and down dog can be one that is hard on the wrists, and this is another option for you. You can pedal your feet. See if you can get your heels a little lower, hips a little higher, shoulders roll away from the ears. Even though we're on our forearms, we still make that effort. Exhale, bring your knees down. Take your knees wide and come back into child's pose again. Come back into tabletop on forearms. So we'll continue to use the forearms as an option. If you want to, you can do tabletop on your palms, but for the sake of sticking to the theme, I'm going to take forearms and we're going to extend the right foot out behind us and crunch. Try to bring your knee to your right elbow. So inhale on the extension, exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, extend, exhale, knee to right elbow. Do this 3 more times. That's 1, 2, and 3. Set the right knee down. Take the left leg out behind you. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. 3 more times. I can really feel this working in my shoulders. Just a reminder to keep your shoulders broad. And set your knee down. Bring your hips high back into our dolphin pose. A nice stretch there. And on your exhale, come back to child's pose. Let's give our shoulders and arms a break, knees wide. Sit back, hands out long in front of you. Take a nice full round of breath. Come to your knees in the center of your mat. Come up on your knees. Take your right foot out wide to the side. Hands on hips, heel perpendicular to our knee. Hips shine forward, and we're going to floss. So come out to whichever side. I've got my right side out here. So no static hold. This is just a nice way to warm up the hips without stretching them before they're ready to stretch. That's one of the things that I am dealing with in my hip, is I find I've overstretched it. So these creative movements are again thought of to help build strength without overstretching. And if this is as far as you can get, that's perfect. Just in that direction is the idea. So we'll just do one more round here. Come back up to the knees, reposition our foot so the toes point forward. Some more traditional gait position. Take your right hand down to the knee. Take your left arm out above you. Stretch over to the side. Revolve the shoulder out. Keep the chest open. You can look down at your right foot, or you can look up past your elbow. Inhale, take your left hand down to the mat and bring your right arm up and overhead. Or stretch on the other side. Stack your shoulder over your palm. And inhale, engage the core, come back up. Take the stretch again, over to the right. Exhale, take the palm down to the mat again. This time, if you want, you can take your leg high, and you can even reach down at the ankle and kick your foot into your hand, sort of like a sugar cane, but kneeling. Or you could just stay here, whichever you like. Set your foot down, engage the core, come back up to both knees down on the mat. Switching sides. So left foot perpendicular to your right knee and flossing. Be careful not to surpass the big toe as you come out. And similar to warrior two legs, you want to track your knee out toward your pinky toe. Hands can be on your hips. I'm starting to get a good little warm breath happening. Not too much, which that's great because we're just warming up. Last two. I'm not really counting here. I'm just doing what feels good. Take your heel behind and toe pointing forward. Square your hips. Send your left hand down the long leg. Right hand up and over. You can either look down or above. Open that top shoulder up. I'm feeling this through my left inner thigh and through my right side body, sort of a little bit near the top of my iliac crest. Maybe you feel it differently. Inhale, bring your hand over to the other side, set it down on the mat, keeping the foot down for the first round. Reach over for a nice stretch on the other side, little release on that right hip. Continuing to breathe and keeping that top shoulder open. Inhale, take the top arm up, engage the core, lift up slowly, come back for that stretch, the first stretch. Push your hips forward, take your belly button in, keep that shoulder rotated out. Inhale and exhale, set the palm down, lift your left foot, take your arm over. If you want, you can take your knee forward, bending, crunching together to grab the ankle, and then kicking the foot out for that sort of kneeling sugar cane. Nice stretch in the quad in the front. Carefully undo, set your foot down. Inhale, exhale, come on up, both knees on the mat. Sit back on to your feet. Set your fingertips down behind you and lift slightly in the hips to feel a nice quad stretch. Toes are neutral or feet flat on the floor. Again, avoiding that sort of flexion in the toe, broad shoulders. Exhale, come back up and just set your hands on your knees for a striking cobra. So we'll begin in child's pose. Rather than the knees being super wide out on the mat, imagine arriving into your high cobra position. So you want your legs a little more hip distance apart. So let's begin in our sort of modified child's pose. Inhale, come forward, feet flat, broaden the shoulders, send your shoulders down and away from the ear. And exhale, come back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, sit back. See if as you come forward, you can stay close to the mat. And then you kind of round up like you're a snake, little snake sliding through the grass. We'll do one more of these. Do your little snake through the grass. And now you're a big, beautiful cobra. Sit back to child's pose. So from child's pose, walk your hands back toward your knees. Come up onto your knees. Carefully find your balance and take your right foot out in front of you for half splits. Again, I'm going to watch my toes, so I'm not going to flex mine. If you have the flexion in the back foot, you can come up on the toe, or I'm going to do this to save my toes. And you can stay up on the knee as well. And you're folding over the front leg. You want to send your right hip back and your left hip forward so that your hips are in line with one another. So you can really try to see if you're down low to get more stretch, or if you're up high, are you getting more stretch? See where you can find the stretch. Feel good. Don't go into pain. So if you're sitting back, come up onto your knee, keep that foot forward. Take your left hand to the outside of your right ankle or anywhere in the sort of low leg area. And we're going to open up for a bit of a revolved half splits. Take your right hand down and come back to knees. Sit back on your toes. Shake out your hips. Do a little shimmy, wibble wobble, reset. Come back up on your knees again. This time we'll bring our left foot out in front of us. You can stay up and fold over your front leg. Push your left hip back, right foot hip forward. Or you can go all the way down. Look for your comfy zone. Don't push into pain. Continue to breathe. Come up on to your right knee with your left foot staying out in front of you. Take your right hand, place it to the outside. Maybe for me, it's landing sort of halfway or mid shin, and peel up for that revolved half splits. Woo, that's a tricky one, even though you're on both knees. Unwind and come back to knees. We've been doing a bit of cow face, crossing our legs together in preparation for this pose. It's a new one for me, but I was trying to be creative. So this is one where there's not a lot of pressure on any of the joints. And I have not seen anyone else do it yet. So it's called stag locust. So you're going to come down to place hands beside you under the shoulders, peel the shoulders down and back. Take your left knee central and raise your right leg and set your right knee on top of your left foot, the bottom of your left foot. So broad shoulders, somewhat of a back bend, and my inner thighs are squeezing together. Nice pointy toes. And unravel. Come back down to both feet flat on the floor and let your head rest on the mat. It's kind of a fun one, stag locust. Take your right knee in to the center, so a little bit closer to the center of the mat. Take your shoulders back. Lift your back leg up. Set your knee on the bottom of your right foot. Your gaze is at the mat. Long neck. The work is in the back bend. Press with your hands into the mat. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, and on your exhale, unwind. Set your forehead down. Take alligator. And let's push back to child's pose as a counter for that back bend. Come through tabletop. I'm feeling nice and warm now. And make your way to the top of your mat. I hope you're feeling nice and warm now. We're going to take a couple rounds of Sun B. Stand at the top of your mat. Come into Tadasana. Roll your shoulders down the back. Inhale, take your arms overhead and sit back. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, halfway lift. Inhale, place your hands down, take your feet back, take knees down to avoid dorsiflexion, or you can stay up in your plank. Come forward. Exhale, lower down to halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, press up to upward facing dog. Exhale, come back to down dog. Inhale, lift your right foot high. Exhale, take it through to the back side of your right thumb pad. Inhale, rise up to warrior one. Feet are on separate tracks. Left foot 45 degrees out. Ribs pointing forward. Exhale, come down. Take your foot back to chaturanga and to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, place it behind your left thumb pad. Inhale, rise up to warrior one. Exhale, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. One breath here. Inhale, inhale, look to the front of your mat. Get springy in the knees. Hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to Tadasana. Exhale, sit back in your chair. Inhale here. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down and step back to chaturanga. Inhale, come to your back bend of choice, up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, step your right hand through to the back side of your right thumb pad. Inhale, come up to warrior one. Exhale, frame your front foot, step back to chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, come up to up dog, legs are off the mat. Exhale, push back to down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step through to the left thumb pad for warrior one. Inhale, hands go to the mat for high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or halfway down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, back down to down dog. Inhale, look to the front of your mat, get springy in your toes. Exhale, hop or step to the front of your mat for forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come back to your chair pose. Arms are up, biceps are near your ears. Exhale, hands come down by the side, come back up to Tadasana. Take a couple breaths before we begin our sequence, my little creative sequence. Sort of excited to give this a try. Hopefully you're all up for it. We begin in downward facing dog. So come to, as Val calls it, your ever-loving downward facing dog. Roll your shoulders away from your ears, hips high. And this time we can enjoy this for a couple seconds. And really sort of set your intention for having a little bit of fun here. These are not common positions, so if they're not done with 100% accuracy, don't worry about it. This is just for fun. Take your Right leg high for three-legged dog. Hips are square, toes point down. That helps us get our square hips. Bend at the knee, rotate the hip out and open for revolved downward dog. Inhale your leg back to three-legged dog. Set it down behind you, and if it's in your practice, come to Wild Thing. Take your arms back down, come back to three-legged dog, and back to downward facing dog. Take your left leg high, bend at the knee, open the hip, point the knee to the ceiling for revolved three-legged dog on the other side. Take your leg long and begin to set it down behind you for Wild Thing. Take your hand down, come back to three-legged dog. Set your foot down, come to down dog. It's a lot of work on the arms there. Take your right leg high. This time, bring your right foot to the outside of your left hand. So you have to bring it through and cross your body. You can help it if you need to. Adjust your hand so that it is under your shoulder and peel your arm out and up toward the ceiling. You can look up at the ceiling or down toward your hand for fallen triangle. Take your left hand, place it inside. Bring your foot back toward the other one. Come down to your forearm. Take your arm high for forearm side plank. Lift through the bottom oblique, pushing up to the ceiling so your hips are nice and high. Come down to forearm plank on the knees if your toes do not like that flexion, and take your tummy down for alligator. I'm going to give our arms a little rest here before we do the other side. Take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale and peel up. You can take index fingers long, thumbs together, index fingers together. I believe that's called arrow mudra. I'm not really sure. Flexing the quads. Exhale, unravel, come back down to alligator. Push up into downward facing dog. Inhale here. Send the left foot high for three-legged dog. Exhale, bring heel toward the buttocks and rotate the hip out, taking the knee up high to the ceiling for revolve downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, take your left foot to the outside of your right hand. Help if you want. Readjust your hand, your left hand under your shoulder, and peel up and out for fallen triangle. Fun. I love Wild Thing and fallen triangle. Very creative. Exhale, place your hand down on the inside of your foot take your left foot back. You can come to your knees and come down to your forearm. Cross your feet over one another so your bottom foot ends up on the top. And lift your arm up for side plank on the other side. If you are feeling extra, invigorated, you can stay up in your full side plank. Inhale and exhale, come back to forearm plank or plank and lower down to alligator. Take a deep breath and exhale. Inhale, peel your chest up. Come up into tabletop. Lift your left hand high to the sky and thread that needle underneath. We're going to take a little stretch on our arm. You can take your left ear to the mat. Hips are high. If you want a little more here, take your right foot out into like a gate position. You can even wrap your arm around for a bind so you can tuck it in to your crook of your left hip and roll onto your shoulder a little bit more. And if you're feeling really frisky, see if you can lift your right foot off the floor for a nice little balance. If you roll, you'll be a rolling panda. You can set it down whenever you're ready. Take your right hand to the mat. Peel up, take your knee down. Inhale, lift left arm high. Exhale, thread the needle to the other side. Inhale here. On your exhale, take your left foot out wide. And push so your toes are parallel with your base shin. So they point forward, the heel points back. Come onto your right shoulder and lift your left leg. It's a little bit of a balance. I'm starting to feel a little tired wobbles in my lifted leg. Come down whenever you're ready to set your foot down. Push up on your left hand and unravel. Come back to tabletop. Fun. Maybe sit on your feet. Give yourself a little wiggle. Readjust your clothing as needed. Please come on up into down dog. Inhale, send your right leg high for three-legged dog. On your exhale, come up on your toes, roll your back, take your knee into your nose, and set it down behind your right thumb pad. Set your left heel down on the mat behind you, engage in your right quad, and rise up to warrior one. We'll stay here for one more round of breath. Your feet are on two separate tracks in warrior one. So your hips are hip distance apart and your left or back hip is at a neutral position and your ribs shine forward. Inhale, windmill your left arm behind you. We're going to reposition our feet so that our front foot, the heel, points at the inside of our back foot. So the feet are perpendicular and now are on one track as if you're on a balance beam. You can take a moment to look to the back of your mat, send your shoulders and hips straight to the back, aligned over top of one another, so avoiding being too far one direction. Take our arms parallel to the mat, roll our shoulders down the back, and look out over our front fingertips. Inhale, sweep your left arm down in front of you. Pivot up onto your back foot. This is one that I like to avoid. It's high crescent lunge. Currently not great for this back toe. So I'm going to sit this one out, but you guys can take the high crescent lunge. I'm going to put my heel down. In high crescent, both hip points shine forward. And there can be a slight back bend. You can lift your rib cage up. Send your shoulders down your back. Look up at the sky. High crescent lunge. Inhale, hinge at the hips. You can grab a block. Get very strong in your right leg. Set the block about a foot in front of you. Lift up on your back toe. And we're coming into half moon. So our top hip revolves out. My ankle's a little tired today. Probably could have not even done crescent lunge, actually. Could have gone straight from warrior too. So half moon. And if you are feeling a little extra, you can bend at the knee, grab the ankle, and push out like we did in the kneeling position into sugar cane. Except for now you're balancing like ballerinas. And you can carefully unwind from that position. Set your hand down on the floor, meet your feet together, come into ragdoll. So bend the knees a lot and take your opposite hands into each elbow, swing back and forth, get a lot of movement here, bend at the knees, and come down to kneeling. We're going to come back into that tabletop cow face. So we want to stretch the hip that we've just been working, the standing leg hip. So we're going to take our left leg out behind us, or whichever one was the one that you were not standing on, and cross it over behind your knees. And we're going to sit back. So a great counter pose for a sore hip would be pigeon. However, that one tends to cause a lot of issues for me. So this is also a nice hip opener. It's a little less intense for me than pigeon. But if you know pigeon pose and you would like to take pigeon pose, then you feel free. You can even sleep on your pigeon and just take a couple of breaths. If you have taken pigeon, peel up onto your hands, come back into tabletop position, and meet us back in down dog. Everyone come to down dog. And take our balance sequence on the other side. So inhale, lift your left leg high for three-legged dog. Exhale, come forward, come up on the toe, round the spine. Set your left foot behind the pad of your left thumb and get strong in your left leg and peel up. Hands come up forward to warrior one. And make sure your legs are hip distance apart. This one I can feel it a little more. This is my injured hip. So I'm going to make a variation and shorten my stance so that I don't feel that pushing into my flexor. So make adjustments, be creative in your movements, do what you need to do to stay clear of pain. Inhale, windmill your right arm to the back. Readjust your feet. Feet become perpendicular. So heel points at the inside of your back foot. Imagine that both legs are doing the same amount of work. That's our goal. I know it can feel often like the front leg gets all the glory. See if you can squeeze together. You can look over your front hand. Take your right hand, inhale, take your right hand under and forward, coming into high crescent. Sink down, tilt the hips forward. Again, I'm gonna ease up on this one. Lift in the chest, take the gaze up. Hinge at the hips, grab your block. Lift off the back foot and open the hip out for half moon pose. Wibble wobble. If you want to take sugar cane, bend at the knee, grab your ankle, and kick the foot out. Ooh. If you fall, don't worry about it. Just try to go back in. There we go. Unravel. Come back to forward fold. Bend at the knees. Take a ragdoll. Come down to knees. Whichever leg was your standing leg, we will cross the opposite one behind it and we'll sit back. Or again, you can take pigeon pose. So in pigeon pose, you'll want your shin parallel with the front of the mat. You want to flex your foot to protect your knee. Your back leg comes out long behind you, and you can either come up high, broaden your shoulders, so you get a nice deep stretch in the outside of the thigh. And you can sleep with you do a sleeping pigeon, so you can come forward, whatever is comfortable for you. But I prefer right now the cow face posed, or cow face legs in child's pose. Unravel the knees. Take both knees wide and sit back into child's pose. Take some nice deep breaths. We're going to move into our cooling down phase. Still do a little work, but not as tough. As I edited this video, I was curious to know if I have gotten the fallen triangle position correct or not, because it feels like I might be more in a revolved triangle, but getting to it in a fallen triangle kind of way, because the drawings that I'm looking at sort of look like this, but I wonder if I'm supposed to be sort of dipping my butt down or not. But maybe you could let me know if that's something I need to change. When I'm doing Sun B, I'm following this chart, and it has the inhales and exhales don't seem correct, because it says that you inhale to chair, and that one feels wrong because it feels like you're long. The exhale to forward fold feels right, but I think that that's what's threw me off. I was like, wait, what? So after a while, I stopped looking at it and I just tried to do it myself. I'm also wondering, like, how do you get from Warrior 1 to Chaturanga and not say too much within the Sun B? Because I know you're supposed to be doing everything with one breath. So those are my questions. Okay, bye.